Today on WATV News, the musical is over and we talked to someone who was vital to the success of the show. We challenged 3 teachers to a high heel race, one team has a unique tradition and we were there to document it, and finally we check out what Zach Gardner has been up to with the Windy City Bulls. This is WATV News. Good morning, everyone. I'm Gabrielle Volkner, and welcome to our 21st episode of the year in our 6th semester. We would be remiss to not mention the musical and all the hard work that went into making it happen. As you watched the characters on stage last week, occasionally it was difficult to recognize the student behind the character. And the reason behind that was because of our outstanding hair and makeup crew. Media arts student Annalise Laureate gives us more on this crew.
English are they, and British am I. This is the way we'll stay.
While musicals are all about singing and dancing, hair and makeup crew are the ones who add all of the visual details to the character's appearance on stage. The crew consists of student volunteers and is led by Mrs. Rinker.
I'm in charge of all hair and makeup for the musicals and for the shows throughout the year. So I will do a lot of the hard stuff with like the specialty hair and makeup and just with the leads and stuff and kind of put it all together to give the looks of the show.
3 hours before you first see the characters on stage, hair and makeup crew gets started working with the actors. This crew works to enhance the characters you see on stage and helps you recognize them.
I think my favorite part's probably before the show actually starts. There's a lot of music and singing going on right now, I can hear it. But just the cast getting ready and stuff, it's fun. You get to know everyone a lot differently.
Hopefully by now you can appreciate the hard work and efforts that go into the making of a musical. From WATV, this is Annalise Laureate.
Thanks, Annalise. Andrew Johnston is here to give us our weekly sports report. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Gabby. This week, we want to honor a number of different recognitions, as well as look ahead to our spring sports. First off, we close out of basketball. Our all-conference selections were announced last week. For the boys, Cole Andrews was selected as first team all-conference. And for the girls, we had Jillian Paulson and Abby Schroeder. Emma Tate was also recognized as an honorable mention. Congrats to these 4 athletes. With the lacrosse regular season games beginning in exactly 1 week, a lot of anticipation has surrounded this team, which came in 4th in state last year. In one highly recognized preseason poll, the Warriors were ranked 3rd in state, right behind powerhouses Loyola and New Trier. Get ready for a fun season. And finally, our boys volleyball season begins today. For any boys interested in playing this year, tryouts will begin at 3:30 in the Warrior Dome. To close out sports for today, Gabby and Osa bring you a very different type of race. Check it out.
We gathered our most well-known heel walking experts, Miss Johnson, Mrs. Hockett, and Mrs. Rinker, to compete in Wheaton Academy's very own heel walking race. Who do you think will win?
I would say Miss Hockett.
Miss Johnson, because she's she's a physics teacher, so she's got all the gravity and stuff, so she's got
inertia.
I would say Miss Johnson.
I think that Mrs. Hockett will win.
I would definitely say Mrs. Hockett, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been in dress code before and she tracked me down.
I would say Miss Johnson.
But I'm gonna have to go with Mrs. Rinker. I did student teaching under her, and she can move. She can roll, and I think she's going to beat the other 2, although I think it's going to be a neck-and-neck race.
On your mark! Get set! Go!
As Mr. Rivera said, the heel walking contestants really were neck and neck towards the finish line. I personally have never seen someone move so fast in a pair of heels. Congrats to Mrs. Johnson on being Wheaton Academy's fastest heel walker. Now let's get you caught up on a few announcements. The Quiz Bowl team wrapped up a great year with their conference tournament a week ago. Both the JV and varsity teams won 2 games and lost 1. Daniel Titcomb placed first in the varsity conference and Jeremy King placed 12th. For JV, Everett Minglow placed first in conference. Congrats on a great season. The Christian College Fair is coming to Wheaton Academy next Monday from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Register by scanning the QR codes that are around the school. If you haven't registered for next year's classes, tonight is the last night to do so. Reach out to Mrs. Roberts if you are unable to come tonight. The course recommendation sheets are due to her by tomorrow. Our last announcement has significant implications on our athletic teams moving forward. Last week, Wheaton Academy made it official to leave the MCS conference and create a brand new conference called the Chicagoland Christian Conference. This group will promote a balanced and competitive environment while placing special emphasis on building the whole individual in mind, body, and spirit in glory to God. This change will take effect for the 2023-2024 school year. Now for our next segment, each team has their own unique traditions that are sustained by each year. The musical pit crew has one that might interest you. Tyler Abrams has more.
You know, I've kind of been a professional barber for my entire life. You know, I've been cutting hair since never. This is actually the first time I ever cut hair. Don't tell Nick this.
All right, Nick, you nervous?
Maybe a little bit, but I think Wesley's more nervous than I am right now. And I don't know why, but I can tell you, if he does a bad job, the blame's going to be put on him.
Not at all. Not nervous at all. Not one bit. All right, this is gonna be the easiest dub I've ever taken. Nick's gonna look great. Nick's gonna be the winner here.
I think there's been a lot of talk about a fade going around, so I think that's what he's gonna go for. But I mean, in the end of the day, he could just surprise us all. I mean, he's unpredictable, dude.
You ready to head out there?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Cool, we're gonna follow you out. All right, Nick.
Let's go!
It's I don't know. it's a bit of a tradition. 2 years ago, one of the seniors did it, and Nick said he was willing, so we thought, why not?
Paying for it with my fist.
Oh snap! All right, hold on. I'm switching up. Wow.
My hair is very long most of the time.
So what do you do for a living, Nick?
You know, I just race cars. You know.
Oh, that's pretty lit.
The season's starting up soon.
Have any plans for the next 3 weeks or so?
No, not necessarily.
I think this might be you someday.
Hopefully not. I think Rowan's going next year, but if no other juniors come in, I may be cutting the hair.
Could this be your future next year?
I think this will be my future as far as next year. I trust my hair cutter a little bit more. Next year, I will not lie. And I think I'll have a little bit more. I'm growing it out now. I'll have a little bit more to cut next year, which hopefully will make the ending less agonizing.
Yeah, well said. I gotta say,
it's pretty good.
Thanks, Tyler. For our last story, Andrew Johnston sat down with Zach Gardner, a senior who took an internship opportunity and made it into something much more.
Over winter, many life-changing experiences took place. Wheaton Academy's Zach Gardner had the amazing opportunity to intern with the Windy City Bulls media team.
Before I started working with the Windy City Bulls, I was sort of like looking for an internship through the Wheaton Academy internship program. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I was emailing a bunch of like teams around the area, just saying like what they needed in terms of video stuff, and then I got an email back, and then I sent my work to him, and then got a text like a few days later that there was an open spot that I could come down.
His internship ended up landing him an amazing job opportunity.
After the internship, I got a call from the PR guy that does like the media side of it and said that there was an opening and that they would love to have me for the next couple of months, and I took it, so that was awesome.
Zach told me about some of his best experiences through the program.
And there's a lot of like core memories that went into it. I think the main ones are probably just like meeting the players. Like I got to meet Giannis, Levine, Caruso, Isaiah Thomas from the Celtics. Super great experience. But also just like being there with other like photographers and videographers who are on like their same journey as you, and they're kind of like going up through it in a sense, and you're kind of like with them and you're talking to them, and it's just like there's a great like bond and connection that you can establish. A verse that's shown through my life a lot is Proverbs 3:5, which is trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your understanding. There's been times where I've like not trusted God and what he's wanted me to do. When I like made Madden videos 2 years ago, the editing skills I learned from that kind of transitioned into what I did in Windy City, and like I got a lot of hate for doing stuff like that and like actually like trying, and there were people that were supportive, but I would say your passion is priceless. Like if you love doing something, like you should work towards that your whole life. You should not care what anyone else thinks about what you want to do, and it's ultimately up to you and what God has called you to do.
Zach also told me about his future plans continuing sports photography.
So the season ends officially in a couple of weeks, so once that's done, and I'll have baseball during the spring. I'm trying to do something with the Chicago Cubs over the summer. I'm in contact with one of the PR guys over there and trying to get workout and stuff like that, so I'm really excited for that.
For WA TV, this is Andrew Johnston, signing off.
That will do it for today. Thanks for joining us. Connect with us on Instagram at TheRealWaTV or scan this QR code and keep those ideas coming. And don't forget about the last registration night opportunity from 6 to 9 p.m. tonight. Add WaTV to your course list next year. You won't be disappointed. From all of us at Studio 22, have a great day.